What does creativity feel like for you? For me, creativity in its simplest form has always been about what I can do with a camera. It's what I can share about the world through a lens. The feeling I can inspire others with a piece of music and a sweeping drone shot. The smile on people's faces after I give them a printed photo with them on it. But working in a creative field has its challenges. The feeling of creativity can make the world around you feel alive. But when we find ourselves in a creative desert, we crave even a droplet of an idea. As January 2025 approached, I got thinking about what I wanted to do differently in the year ahead. Not just in terms of goals, but how I approached every small step needed to get where I wanted to be. In 2025, I'm grateful to have had the chance to visit Spain. One highlight was meeting up with one of my best friends from high school. I traveled to Madrid, Toledo, and Barcelona, and loved the tapas, paella, spicy potatoes, and garlic shrimp along the way. Spain is a beautiful country, incredible architecture, beaches, and centuries of history. Its walkable cities and sprawling train network made exploring very easy, and I'm happy to have done it with one of my closest friends. After a bit of a hiatus, I got back into running after the frigid Canadian winter melted away. In April, I started off the season with an 8-kilometer race in Toronto's High Park. In this race, it wasn't the distance that got me, but what felt like the most brutal final hill I have ever had to run up. But I'll come back to that later. In June, after a busy first half of the year, I got to travel to Ireland with my family, including 2 of my grandparents. After landing in Dublin, we had a quick tour of the city, enjoyed some local restaurants and food, parks, and cathedrals. The city's architecture, colors, and political history within history was amazing. We saw some of the most beautiful scenery I have ever seen. Howth, with its oceanside pathways and lighthouses. Galway, with its bridges, harbors, and cobblestone streets. Aran Island, with its stone fences and plenty of friendly farm animals. I was in awe with every turn and would travel back to Ireland in a heartbeat. In Northern Ireland, we walked the Giant's Causeway, visited Belfast, and the city of Derry, which has such a deep and complex history. Walking along the Guild Wall and standing outside the Guildhall, very close to where my Bowman ancestors departed Ireland for Canada, felt for me like a profound moment in time. The scenery in Ireland and Northern Ireland are painted in my memory, and I will look back on this trip fondly for years to come. As August approached and my work life got busy preparing for an annual work conference, I found myself feeling new appreciation for the people I hold close. From family to friends and work colleagues I have begun to call friends, I found myself reflecting on the gratitude I have for these people and how they've shaped me throughout the course of our relationships. Even as moving to faraway places has put distance between me and some of my closest friends, regular calls have made it feel like we were standing right next to each other, reminding me that there will always be a way to keep each other close. Though my professional life was very demanding and consumed much of my waking hours in August and September, I have come to appreciate what that time gave me. First, I made the 16-hour journey to and from Thunder Bay by car. Well, on the way up, that drive was more like a 20-hour journey because of a crash on the Trans-Canada Highway. Despite the 4-hour detour on a rough gravel road, the drive to Thunder Bay, which included seeing a black bear along the way, is one of the most beautiful drives I've ever done. Then it was on to Montreal and its suburbs, where I got to experience new parts of the province of Quebec, including small towns in and around Kirkland, about half an hour outside of downtown Montreal. Its quaint and friendly nature made this visit a memorable one, and I loved getting to capture it on camera. In late September and into early October, after a busy few months of work, I hopped across the pond to visit London and Portugal. London is one of my favorite cities with its architecture, food, and river running through the city. And while visiting, with a half marathon on my horizon, I did some running along the Thames, which was quite possibly one of the most memorable runs I will ever go on. In Portugal, the cliffs of Nazaré and tramcars of Lisbon made this visit one for the books. Nazaré is home to some of the highest waves in the world, making it ideal for professional surfers from across the globe. The beach at sunset made for a gorgeous end to our days there, and you know I'll be sending a few of these shots from this trip for printing. You know that hill I mentioned in High Park earlier? Well, I thought that was tough, until I started training for my first half marathon. Training for this, especially with October being one of the busiest times of year for me professionally, was just as much of a challenge as running the race itself. For over 3 months, I was running 4 to 6 times a week, early in the morning or late at night, to make sure I could start that race and cross that finish line. And I am proud to say that I completed it in 2 hours. A huge milestone in the books, and one I know I will work towards again in 2026. 2025 was a grind, and in the months that followed that half marathon, I felt it. Between work and my personal goals, my energy had been depleted, and these last 3 months of the year felt like an actual marathon. Burnout can affect any of us, and when work and life are pulling you when you feel like you have nothing left, the effects are amplified further. As someone working in a creative role, this was scary, knowing I had to keep pushing forward even when I didn't know if I could actually do it. Over the past couple of years, as I have thought through doing these year in review videos, I sometimes felt like even writing the script, something I would normally love, would drain my energy instead of adding to it. So in the past couple of years, I pulled back, trying to protect what energy I had left. But this year, as I thought about this video for 2025, I had a realization. Something that seemed so obvious once it came into my mind. As a creative person, staying close to what moves me is the best thing for me. For me, it was the people in my life in 2025 who helped me realize this. All it takes in a creative desert is one droplet of an idea to help us create something incredible. For 2026, goal number 1 on my list: make more time for the things that move me. I encourage you to ask yourself, what is it that moves you?